What video are we making today, Brian?
The Do-It-Yourself Divorce Workshop.
And why are we making a video about DIY divorce workshops?
Because people don't understand what it means, and they just cannot believe that it's as inexpensive as it is.
It's true.
Yeah.
If you understood what we were doing, you'd be beating a path to our door. And since that's not happening, and we're happy to admit that, we take responsibility for not explaining this well enough, and that's what this video is for.
Right.
All right. Now, really briefly, there are certain people out there who can divorce without serious adverse consequences and not hire a lawyer.
Right.
Would you? Okay. Who are those people? Describe them.
So those are people that usually don't even end up calling for an attorney because they have no kids, no car, no assets, and they've been married a short amount of time. There's no alimony. Very risk-free.
Right. No debts to fight over, anything like that. Those are people that can and often do just go get some forms or work it out on their own without hiring a lawyer. They get it done. And here's the thing, that even if they do make a mistake, they divorce at a time when they're young enough and there's not a whole lot of stuff to worry about. They can recover. Yeah, they can recover from any mistake they've made much more easily. But if you're somebody who has been married for 15 years or more, and you've got many kids, and you have a lot of assets, a home, cars like you talked about.
There's false charges.
Yeah, domestic violence. You've got
complicated.
worries about whether you're going to get or have to pay alimony, child support, child custody, parental alienation, all kinds of things like that. Okay, are those people that, by the way, can they divorce without a lawyer?
They could, but they'd really be screwing themselves over.
You'd be a fool to do it because you don't understand the legal process. You think you do, but what is inherently common sense, fair, and things like that, that's not the way it works. We wish it did, okay, but it doesn't. And you lack the understanding, you lack the training, you lack the background and experience. You will do a lot of things that seem to make sense, or you think you'll follow what's going on, and you won't. You don't understand the tax implications. There's a number of things. All right. So we've got the young couple that hasn't been married very long with no kids, no assets, no debts. They can do this.
Right.
There are other, okay, wait a minute. Now, some people are special.
Right.
They're smarter than the
Yeah,
average
high IQ.
person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They can read and Google.
Yeah, they know what's really going on.
Sure.
They can see that the law profession is just a big shell game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some truth there, but
Okay. But how many of these people really are special? None.
Not as many.
None.
Yeah.
None.
As I
None.
think.
You're not special.
Yeah.
I know you think you are. You're not special. We've handled hundreds and hundreds of these kinds
For
of
very
cases.
smart people.
A lot of people that think like I'm unique. You're not unique. I see different cases all the time, but you're not unique. You're also smart enough to figure this out on your own.
Right.
You're the same guy that finished his own basement, and I've seen your basement, and it's an embarrassment. All right. So, frankly, we know there are certain people that think, I believe I can get this done on my own, and I'm going to think of the money I'll save.
Right.
All right. Okay, this is for you because you'll either realize you are the genius that you thought you were, because we'll confirm it for you. You'll go, oh yeah, you know what, this is pretty good. I have a knack for this. I actually have a talent for doing my own divorce. Great, we're very happy for you. We really are. But for the most of you, it will be, I thought this wasn't nearly as complex as it was. I thought this wasn't nearly as difficult as it was.
Go buy a kit of forms
Yeah,
online.
I'm gonna go buy a
everything
kit, yeah.
you need for your divorce.
I'm just
for
going to have
$100.
I'm going to get the lawyer to do what really needs to be done, and then I'll handle everything else myself without having to pay somebody to do stuff that I can do on my own. Well, hey, if you find out you're that kind of person, that's wonderful. We believe in people paying for what they need and what they want and not for anything else. All right. Brian, how much does the DIY divorce workshop cost?
$750.
Now, that's outrageous.
It's not at all.
That's too much money.
Well, you're getting about $6,000 worth of legal guidance and information for
Okay,
$750.
which we'll talk about in just a minute.
Yeah.
All right, and you also don't understand what you're getting, and we get that. I mean, it's hard for us to make a short little ad or something like that explains everything. So cut us some slack and listen to what we have to say.
Yeah.
$750 gets you how much instruction?
So it's 2 days worth.
2 days. What 2 days of the week?
Weekends.
Why?
Because we know you don't want to mess with your work schedule, and
Yeah,
people have
you can't
weekends
take-
off
yeah.
typically.
All right.
So
All right. And where does this workshop take place?
at the Snowbird Ski and Summer Resort.
Okay, so do we only hold these workshops in the winter?
No.
No, we hold them year-round, so you can show up, and it's at Snowbird. And if you've never been to Snowbird, you're in for a treat. It's a wonderful, relaxing place. Why did we choose to hold these workshops at Snowbird Ski and Summer Resort? Couldn't we have saved money by holding them in just a cheap conference center or in the conference room at
sure.
my office? Why,
Sure.
why not do that?
Because it loses some of the appeal. The whole point of it, like our lunch with the law firm idea, is that we want to make it relaxed. We know you're already stressed out. We know you're not thinking clearly because you're just stressed to the max. You've got bills, you've got false charges and all kinds of problems. So that's why we want to make it very
That's right.
relaxing.
Well, we could cut the price a little bit, but it wouldn't be
Sure.
enough, frankly. And then we also go all day long.
Right.
So we go Friday all day and Saturday all day. So we're not going to have you wrung out at the end of the day and then having to drive home. This way you just go back to your room, you can crash. You also get all the benefits of being at the resort. You
Right.
can go to the spas, you can
Right.
hike, you can do all the, you can go to the restaurants. There's like I said, but do you have to go to the restaurants?
No,
Because
because
the food's included.
Yeah.
Okay, now we don't include every single meal.
Right.
There are a couple of times when you'll have to go and get your own meal or bring your own stuff, but everything else is provided for you. So you'll have your breakfast and snacks, your lunch and dinner for at least one of those days. So think about that. It's for $750.
Right.
2 days at Snowbird.
So if you think about just like lodging.
Just that alone is
Right.
it's a good thing, and we do it that way because frankly, we want you to relax. We want you to look forward to it. I mean,
You actually like
Yeah.
doing what you do.
yeah, and this is
So-
something where we want you to like it as much as
Yeah.
one can like coming up to talk to somebody about divorce and learning
Right.
about it. Okay? All right. So, what do they get out of this? By the time their 2 days are up, what happens?
So they'll have all the forms, everything you need to file a divorce on
That's
your own.
right. You'll have all the forms that you need. Now, this will give
Filled out.
Yeah, filled
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
for you.
With help
yeah,
from an attorney.
Yeah, we go through and we tell you step by step everything that needs to be done and what your options are, and then you knowing what your situation is and what you desire, you'll fill things out. And when you're all done, you'll have all the forms that you need to file and get your divorce process started.
Right.
We also do more than that. We also tell you about mediation and negotiations and that process and how to prepare for it and how to do things well so that you don't waste a lot of time or money on the settlement. Because we'd love for you to be able to get this done quickly and inexpensively. The odds are against that. You should know that.
Yeah.
You should know that. But we're going to give you everything we can to equip you
No-
in 2 days' time for $750
Right.
to do that. And so you either find yourself saying, this empowers me and this gives me confidence to move forward, or you might say, all right, at least I've done this.
Yeah.
Even if I decide I have to hire a lawyer now, I don't have to pay a lawyer to
Right.
do all
It's
this
a learning
work.
experience in and of itself.
I can-
It's worth it just for
Yeah,
that.
and I can take these documents to my lawyer and say, well, look these over, see if there's anything wrong. But
You've
I
got
mean,
most of the work
yeah,
done.
I've saved myself a bunch of money. Don't charge me to start from
Right.
square one because I've done a lot of the heavy lifting for you
Right.
already.
So can we talk about the elephant in the room? This is why
Yeah.
people, I think personally, why people just cannot believe that it's a real deal, that it's actually a realistic thing.
You go ahead.
The people that get that attorneys are expensive and they've kind of like opened their mind up a little bit to what a huge process and mess it might be for their divorce, they don't get the whole, the aspect of how much they have to pay. And so they don't think, well, why would a good attorney only charge me $750? It's just too much of a good deal.
Yeah. Oh, and you may raise a good point. I'm sure there was something
Right.
else, but first of all, group pricing makes it possible.
Right.
So it's not like you come up and then I just host you and you alone. You're not coming up all by yourself.
You're still getting paid about what you would
Yeah.
get paid to help
Exactly.
a few more people.
The way I'm doing this is I'm spreading it out so that you come up with a group of 6 to 8 people. That's the max.
Right.
So I'm going to be telling you and 7 other people the same things. Well, I don't need to bill each of you $6,000 apiece. So you get the benefit of group pricing and volume pricing. So that there's no secret there. It's
Right.
not like again, it's not too good to be true. That's one of the reasons. And besides, like I said, I do enjoy this. And so there's something in it for me. I get to go up to Snowbird too. I get to enjoy some time with you as well.
Right.
That sort of a thing. So that's good. What else did you want to mention?
Meals are included. So that's the other thing that people don't get because they figure it out. They're like, well, wait, lodging at a nice place, food, and help? This can't be
Lodging at a
possible.
really nice place
You're trying
too.
to sucker me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, if you're not satisfied, what do we offer to make sure that you have virtually no risk?
That's another thing people just don't.
Yeah.
They don't believe it. When I tell them there's a
Well, tell them first.
satisfaction guaranteed, no questions asked, your money back if you're not satisfied.
Yeah.
People just don't. They don't believe it. They're like,
You
attorneys
can
don't do
be
that.
a crook and come to this. Pay us $750. We can do a fantastic job and you can be pleased as punch and then come back and say, I was not satisfied. Now, if you do that, your name will be mud in this town. However, we want to make sure that you understand that for people that are going in good faith, that if for any reason you were dissatisfied and said, you know what, You did not deliver what you said you would. It's a 100% satisfaction guaranteed, no questions asked, money back. We don't know what else we can do. I mean, if you don't believe that, okay, fine. But the other people that do are going to come up and, yes, are you taking a risk? Yes, you're taking the chance that I might be a crook and that I'm lying to you.
But he's also taking
Okay.
a chance on the client and the people.
I'm taking a
that
chance on
customers.
you. I
Sure.
believe that you're going to be honest enough and say, they did a great job. These workshops were everything I wanted and more. It was more than worth the $750 cost of admission.
Something I wanted to point out, because I have been through a divorce, an attorney that's not willing to take a risk on you. In this situation, you wouldn't actually be hiring the attorney. You're getting guidance and help from the attorney, so it's a little different. But if attorneys aren't willing to risk
Yeah.
like putting themselves on the line and putting their name on the line, they're not an attorney you want to hire.
No, they're not. So we hope this has been useful for you. And here's the number where you can call us if you want more information or to register. And we hope to see you soon. And you can go to our website. Here's that link right here. It's also in the description on the video itself if you want to go directly to the DIY Divorce Workshop page. Thanks.